another loud day, 'cause every day a cloud day. It's Russell the Revelator here with you once again. This time I wanted to talk about the celestial dragons, the world nobles, who they are, who they might represent. But, of course, this is all theory, just conjecture, not even of the show itself, but what may be hidden esoterically within the world of One Piece, and what real-life individuals Oda may be influenced by when he thinks of the celestial dragons. But in order to make sure that we all start on the same page, there are a few things I have to lay the groundwork for. In case you didn't know, Lucifer is a biblical character, an angel. He believed himself superior to man and eventually to his own creator. Lucifer convinced a third of an innumerable amount of angels to rebel against their creator, and Lucifer comes to earth to make war with humanity. According to the Bible, these fallen ones, Lucifer and his host of angels, had many devices at their disposal to deceive and enslave mankind. One of the most effective ways being fractional reserve lending. Look it up, but for the sake of time and argument, we'll just call it dirty banking. They convinced some of the wealthiest and most powerful individuals on the planet that they were gods. And this is where we get stories like the Greek gods Zeus, Apollo, and so on and so on. Genetic manipulation of humans and animals was also one of these tools of destruction, but perhaps we'll wait. That'll be for another time. There is evidence to suggest that the world nobles may be from outer space, which would make me lean a little further towards them representing the fallen ones. Evidence like, regardless of where they are, they tend to wear those helmets reminiscent of an astronaut helmet. But until more facts arise, I'm thinking that the world nobles are actually representing the banking elite class that have counsel with the fallen ones, that were convinced by the fallen ones that they were God. Now stick with me. Okay. The banking class controls the governments of the world. They're an inbred ruling class that has lost almost all traces of humanity, like the Rothschilds, the Warburgs, J.P. Morgan, the Bushes, the royal family of the UK. And trust me, it goes real deep. Every president is related. Obama currently, he's related to Bush Jr. and Dick Cheney, among a lot of other people. But, etc., you get the point. According to what we've seen and been told by Queen Ortahime, the Queen of Fishman Island that we met during that arc, or we saw flashbacks of. According to what we've been told by her, the celestial dragons have a monopoly on political power because of the wealth that they've amassed. And it's pretty easy to amass such a wealth when you're getting free labor through the slave trade, which we witnessed at the Saboti, the archipelago. They manipulate everything from the shadows for their own benefit. They control the currency in each and every country. If any nation or group becomes too powerful or revered, they use the Navy as their enforcement arm to kill all dissenters. They also have distorted history to the point everyone is functioning within a false reality because an entire century is kept secret from the world, going to great lengths to keep the true history and therefore true understanding of how the world came to be under their control from people, killing children and anyone else in the way of that. Just ask Nico Robin and her entire village and family. And that's very similar to how the Smithsonian, along with other governments, will cover up and destroy any historical artifacts that don't work within the fabricated view of their reality. Meaning, when they find evidence of giant skeletons, for instance, which again is another thing that I'll probably do a little video on, but when they find giant skeletons in real life, they destroy the bones or they cart them away and they get end up in the Indiana Jones warehouse, you know what I mean? Now, because it would tear down everything that they've built in the realm of evolution. People would throw evolution out immediately after something comes up that spits right in the face of that theory. And or how they'll do with individuals, like a person like Bill Cooper, who predicted in June of 2001 that the government would allow a terrorist attack to happen and they would blame it on bin Laden. And he shot at his house in November '01, a month later after it happened. The world nobles moved just like the ruling elite in the earth today. So what would that mean in the way of what Luffy and the revolutionaries and the Will of D represent to Oda? Maybe the Will of D could represent the will of the Most High, and no matter how they try to suppress it, they can't succeed in completely erasing it. But I don't know. I find it funny how the most respectable pirates we've seen in the series so far fight more for liberty and freedom than anything else. Like you see Dragon coming to help a village that's, burning down and all that. We've seen Whitebeard also in Fishman Island save, people and also help them gain more liberty and more freedom. And Luffy fights for freedom also. So maybe they represent good people just fighting the machine the best way they know how. In One Piece, that means you burn the government's flag and declare war on the machine itself. In real life, it ain't so easy. Well, that's about all the parallels I see between the world nobles and the celestial dragons and the banking ruling elite in real life. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'd be happy to have a conversation about it with you. And as always, please like this video and subscribe if you like this content. There's plenty more on the way. Until then, stay free, stay safe, stay armed. It's Russell the Revelator from Cloud9. Peace out.